All right, everyone, welcome to the next Darius podcast. We have about 10 people here. Unfortunately, we don't have Steel Horse, but
Nice.
we still have most people here and a couple of new faces too. All right, so we're gonna start off by introducing everyone and in Discord name order. So Dread, you're first.
Hello.
He's muted though.
Actually, I guess I didn't make it clear enough. Just wait. Do people really
Who
care
are
about?
you?
Wait. Hold on. Do people?
What makes Dread?
No. Listen.
Age 22, engaged.
What are your strengths?
Oxford, England. Yeah, I'm just looking for a good partner.
What would you say is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness.
Riven Futanari.
Oh my god.
Yeah, true,
What
true,
size dick do you want on your Riven Futanari hentai?
Oh, 12 inch. It's got to be 12 inch.
Obi looking down on the stream already.
I don't.
Alright, let's start again. Okay, let's set some ground rules for what we can't say in the podcast. Unless you're already live, then we're fine.
We are live.
What?
Yes.
Fine.
No!
Unlucky, man.
No!
Roku's exposed.
Okay, so what I want to state is, I guess just say who you are and I guess what you elo because people want to know that, I guess.
Okay, Dread, streamer, YouTuber, platinum.
Okay, Gary.
Because I don't play.
Can you wait? Hold up.
Jerry, nothing.
Me.
Gold.
It's me. Gold NA. Typical that the NA player is lower ranked than everyone here.
Okay. I'm Izeal. I used to be Challenger in Season 10 and Season 8, and now I'm fucking hashtag Master.
I don't know.
KV, Hardstuck, Diamond 2, EU West. Crash.
Rainborn, Heartstuck Master, US as well. Yalla.
Yo, what is up, guys? I'm Roku. I used to be Grandmaster, but then I took a break to do IRL stuff, and now I'm washed up Diamond.
And an alcoholic.
And another. No, I don't drink anymore, so.
Lies.
Oh shit, yeah.
I love.
What have you got next to you on your desk, Roku? Tell us all.
Oh, left click.
My tea, my phone, my nuts.
42.
My nuts.
I mean, like, as a snack, it's what I'm snacking on right
Lies.
now.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Good source of protein.
You guys have been a fucking cock and ball torture. You just fucking said.
Of course.
Oh
Just.
my god.
Big
I've
Sure.
got my arm. Pull that back.
Alright, I guess it's me. I'm Sir Obliterator. I usually just cruise around D3 to D1, so yeah, that's me.
How many games have you played?
Probably 600?
Wow.
1,000?
Win rate, dude?
No, not 1,000 yet. Nah. I think I.
Bro, I'm at like 75 games.
Bro, come on! You gotta like chill here. I don't wanna like expose myself. I have 3.6 million. Okay, yes, I said it. There.
Is your name Ruben?
Mastery points wise, Sir Obliterator is the best Darius in the world.
Yes,
so.
I am legit the best in the world at what I do. Yeah.
And he's
The more points, the better you are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of clear. I stream and I do YouTube, and yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I guess toxicity or you toxicity depending on which platform. I'm one of the blood diamond pickers. Yeah.
Pog.
What about?
Oh, jump.
Hey, Detroit.
Currently hardstuck D4 with trash on MMR. Hell yeah.
I was there too. I usually just called Penguin. I haven't really played much League this season, but I will try and climb back up to. I was D2 last season, but I'm currently stuck in Platinum 1. But I did only play like 75 games so far, so
Okay.
we're gonna have to see.
Alright, that's everybody. Welcome, and I guess we should just get started with the first question. Let me just Shinshin's face, man. Why?
Let me get the squid.
Oh, the steel horse. The steel horse.
Is he in?
Oh,
Oh, he's
Is
come
he in?
online.
oh.
Come
He's online. He's here.
online.
He's alive.
He forgot that he signed up to join the podcast.
Yes.
Wait, but
Someone left.
but Gary said he wasn't. Wait, Gary hasn't been moved.
I guess. I mean, we can just continue without him, in my opinion. Just
Wait,
kidding,
where's Gary? Why is he moved?
What is he doing? Oh, he
Doesn't
can't
like
come back in. He's stupid.
What did you do, man?
I clicked on streaming instead of.
Oh no.
Of course you did.
Oh my god, what is this?
But, like that one, someone just messing with me.
All right,
Oh no. F.
everyone ready? We're gonna be answering in order, by the way.
All right.
Okay.
See the questions.
So, first question is, next patch, Ghost is going to be adjusted. It's going to have less movement speed overall, but the duration is going to extend upon a takedown, and it has a 30-second cooldown increase.
Gross.
As well as that, unflinching is going to be given, it's going to be changed. It's going to have a flat 10% tenacity and slow resist, plus, well, it scales to 30% depending on your missing HP. Now, the question is, what is going to be the meta rune page for Darius after next patch? Because it's unflinching, tenacity, something Darius is going to really want, and, well, movement speed extension and cooldown increase, which amplifies Nimbus. So it's either Resolve or Sorcery. What we're going to choose?
Hold up. I'm getting some like information right now. Apparently, they're nerfing Conqueror next patch.
What?
Whoa!
Yeah, I heard it.
Wait.
I heard it from
No way.
So
What are they
yeah,
doing?
They're making the stacks from 10 to 12,
Oh,
and the
okay.
adaptive force per stack is from 2 to 5 to 1.7 to 4.2.
Oh.
Yeah, they said that.
what the fuck?
Just a little bit.
So you need an extra stack, and almost the same value.
Yeah,
Almost.
I think the damage total at the end when you stack it, it should be the same. But it's just that you need one more stack now.
Where the fuck do you read this shit from?
I was
on
looking at-
Twitter, I think, from the.
Yeah.
I forgot how that guy's called, like Mark
Break-
something.
Breaking
Honestly,
news.
Mark
I
something.
missed like the first like edition of Conquer where it just gave you true damage after you hit the minions.
So, Dread, what rune page do you think is better?
I
Oh,
would
you saying
say
unflinching
dependent,
versus
man.
Dependent?
I'd say it's solely dependent on what you're going against. If you're going against something that's
Wow.
high CT, then go Resolve.
It also
second.
means that now
If
you
not,
can't
go
get
Nimbus.
5-second Conqueror at the same time anymore.
But it's one of those. I mean, Nimbus is so
That's crazy.
fucking good with the new
Look, like
Sure.
yeah, I mean like Nimbus right now is just way too broken.
It's, yeah,
So you're gonna be taking most of the time. Unless you're shit at the game, that just go take Resolve.
Very funny, Roku.
It's not funny, 'cause, wait, like to make use of Nimbus Cloak, you kind of have to get like the Darius bullshittery down, so that like Ghost is like basically your bullshit button. You press it and you can bullshit your
Yeah.
way through fights.
Okay.
So if you can normally bullshit fights, then take Nimbus. But if you can't, take things slow and steady and go fucking Resolve.
Yeah, I just want to ask, what if you're laning... No, what if the team comp you're playing against is something that is going to fight you rather than you fighting them?
The fuck.
Like,
The fuck?
I don't...
Yeah. So
like,
just-
hold
other
on.
team fights, they just don't fight.
No,
right?
as in... I don't know, a Renekton. He goes in to fight you rather than you doing it to him. Why would you need Nimbus when you can use
so that you
unflinching
can kite
instead?
him. Because
Should
like,
be able to E is E and then just kill him even with Nimbus.
like that's like a conditional thing, you being able to easy, but like against most of the bruisers, if you just face tank them, they just kill you because you gotta just kite them with Ghost. And Nimbus Cloak lets you do this bullshit, especially with your Renekton.
Sure. Gary, which one are you siding on?
I don't know. See, 'cause, like, I feel like both of them are pretty, like, crutch. Like, they're both pretty crutch, where, like, you don't really need them. It's just like, oh my god, this is so, like, I can cheese my lane just by running phase rush. Or, like,
Phase
I can
rush?
cheese plates. I mean, did I say phase rush? I meant
Yeah.
freaking Nimbus. I could cheese my lane with Nimbus, but having, like, unflinching... Like, the new unflinching looks kind of clean.
it's good,
Yeah.
and it will work well into some matchups. Like if I'm into a heavy CC team, and I want to do anything in team fights, then yeah, sure, I'm gonna go the fucking tenacity, unflinching. But like otherwise, if I'm looking to 1v1 or play more split pushy or whatever the fuck, then Nimbus.
But even if you go split push, right, you have demolish on the resolve as well.
I mean, it depends what you take.
Nimbus
It depends
is
what you take on
really
the second
strong,
one.
dude.
Yeah, Nimbus is just like I press button, we go zoom.
Essentially, yeah.
Ideal, what's your opinion on it?
Didn't I like remove the ramp up from Ghost?
Yeah, they also
Oh,
did
I
that.
completely forgot about
So
that part
that's
too.
like one of the big reasons why Ghost was nerfed in the first place. Actually, I think in season 6 or something, because it didn't have a ramp up. You could just use it, and mid laners were using it all the time as kind of like a second flash. And that was also the reason why people even took Nimbus Cloak in the first place, just because you don't actually have a ramp up. Because that's kind of shitty if you're trying to chase someone down. In general, you have to kind of see, because they're nerfing the movement speed of Ghost, whether or not Nimbus Cloak is still required.
5%.
Well, yeah, but how it feels. The feeling is
yeah.
important, okay?
The
Numbers don't matter. So I actually have to test it out myself. Of course, it's interesting that you can get up to 30% tenacity just from unflinching, but at the same time, you're always going to have 30% tenacity from Legend Tenacity if it is required, because I want to have tenacity when I'm full health, so I'm not going to use like alacrity or whatever.
Okay.
So I'd say of course, if you're playing against Renekton or against ranged matchups, you can actually get like bone plating against Renekton or second wind against ranged matchups. But otherwise, it's probably still going to be Nimbus Cloak for most matchups.
Yeah, Nimbus is even better into ranges because like without the acceleration, you can actually just press it and just run up to some range motherfuckers.
Yeah.
True.
And you'll be even faster on startup.
But like the thing is, in my opinion, overall, like I don't like that they increase the cooldown.
I mean, it's not exactly that bad, seeing as Nimbus.
I think it is that
no,
bad.
because listen, you know how they tweaked a tiny bit in terms of the numbers of Ghost. That cooldown is amplified by Nimbus, because Nimbus movement speed is also slightly faster.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's very negligible.
But what I'm trying to say is, if there was any change to Ghost, like in terms of movement speed, it should be cancelled out with the cooldown to Nimbus, because it's increasing its movement speed.
Yeah, but like the Nimbus is only going to trigger for like the first second of Ghost. I'll have to test it out in game to see the feel of it.
That does make sense, yeah.
Naturally, but like as I mentioned before, this is like your bullshit button, and now you get to press it less often. And like,
sure.
Also, Darius without sums is garbage.
Yeah. You're just a fucking
Skill factor
minion.
in lane goes down.
I feel so useless.
But your team fighting actually gets better with the resets, so it
Yeah.
kind of balances out.
I
and I
mean-
think it's probably the best change for Darius. I can't really imagine. Is there any other champion that really wants a reset on the
Tryndamere?
Ghost?
Tryndamere maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
For sure.
But the thing is, like Tryndamere gets a lot more use from the unflinching rune, like because he's permanently at like 0 HP, so it's like.
He has that 5 seconds of fame.
Imagine just a Singe just running around for like a
Yeah,
minute.
but the thing about the Ghost getting increased on cooldown, it's like, when do fights like get decided in like, if a fight isn't decided in the first 10 seconds, it's a fucking fiesta bullshit anyway, right? Like 10 seconds is, I think, enough time to basically win a fight with Ghost.
It allows you now to use Ghost preemptively if you're running into the fight, instead of like what most people are doing right now is pretty much when they catch someone, that's when they use Ghost.
Yeah.
But now you
Yeah.
have the ability to just use Ghost, run in, try to get the kill, and get the resets.
I guess this basically makes roaming a bit stronger because you can actually like just push a lane and then run to a Drake fight or some shit that's already happening.
Alright. KB, what do you think about it?
To be fair, yeah, I think I'd go sorcery still secondary. I think Nimbus Cloak with Ghost. Like the ramp up just means without the ramp up just means that like you don't get don't get punished as hard for like if you fail Ghost or if you like use it too early and stuff. So you can just jump with people way quicker.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
It's weaker in lane.
Yeah.
Also, it also
I
gives
think-
you ramp up on Flash too.
And also, like, I think
So-
it's just most people are just using it. You know, you're trying to save your sums for team fights. Like the reset is perfect. Like as long as you don't burn it in lane on like 1v1s, I think it will benefit Darius a lot more. I think you'll be a lot better, a lot stronger in team fights, especially with Nimbus Cloak. But I don't see. I mean, unflinching, it's like it's a nice buff, but I mean, unless I'm facing like 3 or 4 hard easy tanks, I don't think I'll take it, to be honest.
Or like Ash with the constant slows and stuff like that.
Fucking dude, Anivia tilts me so hard that I just run Swifties. I just can't be asked to do. Like, she just puts her R down, and she can keep that shit up for like 10, 20 seconds. I'm like, bro, when does this stop? Please, just kill me already.
When she runs out of mana, bearing in mind she has that, what's it called? Seraph's Embrace? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not running out of
One thing that I
mana.
wanted to point out is that, like, now, like, I don't know if this is the case for Loela, because, like, as usual, you can turn your brain off and do whatever in low area does, but, like, right
You mean
now,
Gary?
actually, basically for Gary, this doesn't apply. For everyone else, like, team fights are even more important now, and, like, getting fed in lane is, like, you just gotta CS, avoid jungle, and just be sure that you can actually cheese shit with Ghost in team fights.
I think like the efficiency of using Ghost in lane is going to be reduced. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
I
of
think
course.
like definitely in team
I mean,
fights.
that was like the
way
point of
better,
the
way
nerfs.
better.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think like I rate that because, I mean, that's everybody's saying Darius is too strong in lane. Darius is all this. So I think by trying to switching the power from lane to maybe team fight could actually be nice, and is
I
what
think
Darius
like-
needs. But I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Like getting that perfect reset off in team fights is like, it's like the ideal for Darius, but it's like not so easy into teams that know what they're fucking doing, I guess. So I guess this buff to team fights is kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hate that like right now, I kind of have to like I just love to fight in lane, and that's just not okay right now, I guess.
No.
And also like one fucked up thing is if you're without Sheen, and if you like, you're at level 6, you legit can't trade without if you just do your combo once, you no longer have the mana for an all-in.
See, the problem I find is like it's like tossing up between am I going to need HP to sustain a heavy trade, or am I going to need the mana to try and outplay a 1v2? But that's what I'm trying to think if like the unflinching change will actually give a bit more survivability to be able to get Sheen without being punished too heavily, or I don't know. I don't know what. I don't really know what else to think on that.
What do you think, Ravenborn? He's AFK, unfortunate.
Let me rephrase. Do you think Ravenborn?
Imagine he just gets banned right.
Okay, next, Roku, since Ravenborn is kind of AFK.
What?
What do you, I mean, you already, like, said tons. Do you want me to skip you, or not?
Why skip me?
Because of how much you've already put in.
Wait, are we just going down the names
Yes.
and asking people one by
I mean, we're not gonna do that for the next.
I didn't even realize
We're not
that.
gonna
I
do.
thought
We're not gonna do that
going
next.
shot.
We're not gonna do that for the next questions because it's kind of taking. I'm just gonna say, people say what you want, and when people start like not saying anything, I'm gonna go to the next question. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
But
one last thing I'm gonna say on this topic is split push is dead.
split push is dead. Okay.
Crab rave.
Lol. Toxicity. What do you think?
I don't know, I guess I'll also just wait to test it out in live game. I wish, EU could test shit easier on like PB, but the ping and also the game quality, just gotta wait for live.
Guess so. And you, Penguin?
I mean, everyone has just covered most of the stuff, really.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I
Well, you-
agree.
All right.
What about you, Obliterator? Everyone
Um,
asks
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
how many master points Obliterator has,
course.
but no one asks
Course.
how does Obliterator feel.
Of course.
Yeah. Always
Um.
Obliterator is master points.
The thing is, as good as Nimbus and as broken as Nimbus is, I really think Unflinching is still more than usable. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's not getting the respect it deserves, to be honest. But I guess it's kind of obvious. The better rune is obviously Nimbus Cloak, no matter what.
I mean,
I think you can just snowball harder with it. to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's the thing.
like
The kills you get off it is just
Nimbus basically is like
unmatched.
you keep it to have your like that thing where you can just better punish mistakes in lane.
Yeah.
But like if you're full on bitch in lane, then unflinching is basically better because like for team fights, unflinching is just better.
But I think, Roki, would you agree that if like you lose your lane early with Nimbus, you lose the game as Darius? You have
mean-
you have the pressure.
Nothing is that black and white, but it
More-
depends on
more
what you mean by lose lane.
I mean, like get just
Sorry.
I don't know, like maybe
Like, are you
40, 50 CS down, like a couple of kills down? You
Like
have
fucking-
no top pressure.
like okay? So basically, just like Hashinshin syndrome of you are either 10 kills ahead or like 10 kills
Yeah.
behind.
Yes.
Yeah, Nimbus just makes that like a bit of a bigger gap.
Yeah, Nimbus is basically way more like risk and reward.
Yeah.
But like, if you're not fed as Darius, you're not gonna be doing that much anyway, right? Like, you just hope someone else is fed and you can steal kills in a team fight and then get back into the game, because otherwise, it's just over.
Yeah.
So maybe Nimbus helps you cheese some kills in these bullshit team fights, but I don't know.
It's too good in laning phase
Yeah.
to not take.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good, right?
Yo.
Hey, I can finally talk, dude. What the fuck?
Welcome.
You finally have a
Okay.
voice.
It
Unfortunately.
finally fucking worked, man.
Well, what do you think of question 1 then? Or you
What was
missed it?
question 1 again?
Don't worry. Let's just go to next question.
Yeah, I was trying to fix the fucking mic, dude. I don't know.
Oh,
what's going
rip.
on.
Nimbus or Unflinching, which one is better? For next patch, of course.
Nimbus.
Okay.
IG.
Alright, let's go to question 2.
Obviously.
What grade as a champion would you give Darius? Now,
What elo?
I wanna...
'Cause you're
Come
right
on,
now,
let's
it's
be
true.
honest here. We're talking about plat and above.
Okay, so in my
Let's just say
opinion,
diamond then.
the lowest fucking elos, like, here's how it goes. Everyone else is retarded, but the Darius players is also retarded. So in
Ah,
the bottom elos, like iron, bronze, silver, he's I would say strong. I think he's broken in gold and platinum, because that's the point where
Yeah.
Darius players start
I'd agree.
developing their frontal lobe or some shit, but everyone else is still shit at the fucking playing
Yeah.
against Darius. Diamond kind of becomes fucked up, but like the higher elo you go, the closer it gets to just balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah, I largely agree
something
with
like that.
it's just like the game state around him makes it a bit harder for, I think, well, for me anyway, just to be able to, like, you know, if I'm winning top and I go bot, I know for a fact that unless I have flash or ghost, I cannot win this team fight. Like,
Yeah. The thing is, like, we'll have to see how these ghost changes affect him, but he might be a bit stronger because of how important team fights are now.
that's what I'm hoping.
I gotta say, honestly, I think he's A tier. Like, I think he's strong, right? But, and this is a big but.
Big butt.
Funny.
Like that, you know, image I sent you.
Shut the fuck up. I swear. What the fuck's wrong with you? But I think there are just way too many team comps that make him look like a D. Like I feel like it's handicapped playing the champion. Someone has to fucking say it. Someone, because I know no one else is going to. Someone has to say sometimes Darius just feels like a handicapped champion.
Yeah. Like,
It's a very valid point, yeah. But
Into Lulu. Oof, good night.
I can think of more examples, but yeah.
Cash just removes your ult from the game.
like, I'm not gonna be too bitchy, but like, there are sometimes like, of course you're not supposed to like this game is not designed.
No.
where you should
It's
one
a
pick
rock paper
champion.
scissors game. You have to
Like, you're supposed to be more versatile and play like multiple champions so you can actually pick into shit teams. But like, there are some team comps that can make your life just hell as Darius. Like any team comp where it's like, you know, like everyone supports a carry, or they have a shit ton of CC, or they have like a really fed control mage who can just fuck you over.
Cassiopeia.
Cassio. I don't even know if they're called control mages, but like ones that can like stop you from going to certain locations like Anivia and shit. Man, I just fucking hate Anivia. Fuck Anivia. Fuck Anivia.
Anyone else have
Also
any?
happy I don't see that champion often.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. To be fair.
I'll admit I haven't seen it too, but control mages, they're still, kind of a problem.
Yeah. Keck W.
Anyone else have a opinion or not?
I still think that Darius is too strong. He isn't top tier, like super broken champions right now, Wukong or Graves or whatever. You can't just blind pick him into anything and be fine. But there are way too many options that you have. If they have just 2 melee champions, and the more melees they have, the easier it gets to play the game. But just 2 melee champions, sorry enough, and if one of them doesn't deal much damage, if it's like non-list support or whatever, you just use them for your passive, and there's literally nothing you can do except hope that his carries are fed enough to kill you.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Ghost, I think he's going to be getting over the top with the new changes.
It'll be interesting to see how those changes affect other champions, though, as well as him.
I
'Cause I think
yeah.
they'll make him stronger, but it depends, like, if other champions end up doing more with those changes, because that could actually balance it out.
I don't think anyone's gonna do more with a ghost change.
I feel like
Very few.
not there aren't many champions that are going to use Ghost as effectively as Darius, but I think it's going to convince more mid laners to take it. And that's not kind of a good thing, because we're using Ghost to be faster than them, and if they use it as well, they just equalize, and it's kind of like, okay, what am I doing here?
That's all we have, Nimbus.
True. But Nimbus is meta, so everyone's using
I
it.
really hope Cassiopeia players don't take it.
Oh,
They probably will. If they're not taking TP, then expect it.
Like they have to take like a TP or like cleanse or some shit, right?
TP cleanse. They can. I bet they can get away with barrier.
You're gonna
They can
see
take whatever
so
they
many
want.
champions using it all the time, like all the time. It's disgusting. The reset. It's the reset. That's the key. Everybody on all their champions are going to try using Ghost, and I guarantee you that most of the ones like Cass, just OP ones, Talon, you name it, Assassins, they're gonna
Talon Ghost, dude. Are you kidding me?
What, you think that's bad?
I
Like,
mean,
don't you think that Assassins would benefit from Ghost the most? They burst people, and then that's
Like
Maybe
they
not
kind of
Talon,
would,
just jump
but
baby.
assassins like I would say assassins need like they would like movement abilities more than just movement speed.
The thing is, I think Talon, after killing someone, come on, let's think what he's gonna do. He's just gonna jump over a wall and peace out. That's what I think. At least.
if they made
Raven,
if it was as strong as that, if they added if assassins are able to use Ghost that effectively, like it'd just be.
I mean, they are, because
it'd be
what,
disgusting,
I mean,
like-
come on, let's face it, Assassins.
I don't think they can.
Dine and dash.
see, I would think like Kha'Zix who use like phase rush builds, but then he can't use smite and flash. So like,
What if
I
it's?
feel like Assassins like the only one I can think of is Kha'Zix, but he can't even afford it to run it anyways.
Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, because Kha'Zix runs phase. He has a phase rush build, right? Or am I?
Yeah. If he's
I think
if
like,
he's top
we're
lane.
just mainly considering like mid lane assassins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
The Kha'Zix can't even afford to run it.
The classic Ravenborn spam.
Fuck you.
All right. Anyone else have any opinions or not?
On
Okay.
Darius, Green.
All right. Question 3. What champion is the biggest threat to Darius in the current meta?
Wukong.
And you cannot say Vayne, by the way.
Wukong.
Just to like
Yeah, Wukong.
Wukong.
Because
Malzahar.
Zillion, hey, Zillion, bringing back the oldie.
Have you ever played against
Zillion.
Malzahar, man? I'm actually serious.
You're telling me you've never gone against Zillion top?
It's 'cause you
It
can't do
is
anything against Mount.
AIDS.
Zillion top with Glacial, that's fun.
Like-
Disgusting.
Like that's like a troll pick though, right? Who
Yeah,
the
like,
fuck's
he's
gonna
just
play?
there to not let
Zil-
you get a
yeah.
kill.
No,
That's it.
people
That's
play
like
that.
a 1 in 100 game, whereas Wukong is a
Oh, yeah, of
legitimate
course.
champion with
Yeah.
abusers. And like you could say like I know you said not to mention Vayne, but like in my opinion, Wukong is worse than Vayne.
No, not a chance. Not in a million years. No, not a chance. Because against Wukong, I know he still beats Darius. That's kind of obvious. We all know this. But at the end of the day, Wukong deals physical damage that can be lowered.
Oh,
But Vayne, no, listen.
Is it
Tell me how you
then?
supposed to what? Okay. The one thing I can think of to lower Vayne's damage is a Warden's
Yeah, but
Mail.
You're not
A
supposed
Warden's
to be
Mail.
able to 1v1 Vayne, which just picks that shit. Like, you're supposed to just survive the lane. And, like, maybe
But
if
she
you're a jungler,
outskills
you
you.
go for a kill, but
What do you mean?
you're basically supposed to just survive the lane into a Vayne. You're not supposed to beat a Vayne lane.
Wait, but
Fuck me.
No, I think it's. I thought you were supposed to beat lane Vayne as hard as you can, because you're just gonna lose.
You're basically supposed to lose as little as you possibly can.
what
That
do you
makes
what
sense.
do you mean? Because if Vayne beats you in the early game, which is what you're trying to tell me, because you can't really kill her or do anything, she also outskills you. So what are you exactly supposed to do?
Yeah, but it's like League of Legends doesn't really work like that. There are team fights and other things with other champions.
All right.
Go for level 1 lane cheese.
And
Always works.
Wukong outdoes you in pretty much everything, which is
No, I
Answer
think
the
he gets
question here.
outskilled.
Unless you go full tank.
well, not with Bork. He doesn't like maybe if he didn't have Bork, all the bullshit he already has couldn't be like oh it's okay. At least you kind of outscale him, but Bork actually leads to all the bruises that you previously outscaled, like Renekton and shit. Like you can no longer outscale them because Renekton W with Bork does like half your HP when it's like Rage W.
Speaking of Bork, why is it like not an effective Darius build at the moment?
You really
Losing too
want it to be.
squishy.
I think it's because it
Darius
doesn't have any
effective
HP in it.
Hmm?
It's because it doesn't have any HP in it.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I'm a fan of just going Triforce Darius and then just full tank.
Can I throw in a
And-
question here?
Go.
Do you think Gargoyle Stoneplate is a must-buy item
Nope.
on Darius?
Yes.
Yeah, I
think
guess.
that's the
I think it's
question
an
I'm
optional.
missing, but like every high elo Darius is building it, and I think it's great too.
I don't find it fun, but it is like very
It is
strong.
actually
Like as a
insane.
third item straight after Sterex, it's really
Yeah.
strong.
It's very fun when you build it, of course, but it's probably the strongest tank item in the entire game because you can double the HP, you get double resistances, which
Yeah,
is a
and it-
problem because if you're itemizing Triforce and Sterex, you have no resistances,
Yeah.
and then normally you'd have to choose: do you go armor, do you go magic resistance, do you go more HP, and now you just get everything at once. for
And, like-
3,000
Which is true.
And I think it kind of solves like temporarily, of course, but it helps solve one of Darius's bigger issues, which is just like he's not actually a tank, so he can't just get one shot. But like with Gargoyle, you can just survive more than like 3 seconds into a fed champion.
And it doesn't even matter that it lowers your damage because who cares
Yeah, you
about
just
damage
stack up
before
5.
nothing like
Yeah.
and
It
team
gets
fights,
stronger every.
somebody else is going to deal damage for you.
The only case where it would be like worse is if you're like if
Anyone
you
wanna
get a
go
good
one
flank
more?
off, but even then, like how many lucky flanks do you get in a game?
Even
Anyone-
then, just debate 80-80 to both stats and 3+ people is pretty nice too.
But I'd like to come back to the point of what's the biggest threat because I mean, nobody's mentioned Quinn yet, and I think Quinn is probably worse to play against than Vayne because Quinn
Oh yeah.
will bully you until to the point where she can't bully you anymore because you can itemize against her, and then she's just gonna roam and kill your entire team, which Vayne can't do. Vayne is pretty much stuck in a lane with you. Meanwhile, Quinn gets to level 6, she is gonna have Ignite, she's gonna have Press the Attack, she is gonna outscale you still, but she's gonna kill your team. And
Yeah.
that's a much bigger
True.
problem than dealing with true damage on Vayne because you can CC Vayne and be fine, but you
Yeah.
can't outroam Quinn. You can't really fight her because she's gonna have Ignite, and she's probably gonna have Nimbus Cloak too, so good luck catching her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
I feel like Quinn is like a lane where you would just need the jungler to come hook you
You need to
up.
pray that you eat her vault in like the very frame specific.
Yeah, like that's just a luck thing.
Yeah, I was
No
gonna
one has
say
it.
that. It's funny. I remember like discussing it with a couple of people, and someone is trying to argue that you can you can humanly react to her pressing E. And that was like,
Like
no,
if you,
not a
if you
chance.
play enough Quinn, you can predict it. But, like, who the fuck plays
Prediction?
Quinn?
Yeah, I get that.
No,
Yeah,
it's not about-
prediction,
it's not about
I
actually
understand.
playing a
You
Quinn,
can
it's
predict
about-
it,
it's
sure.
about observing the
but-
actual player behind the Quinn that you're playing in that game specifically.
I feel like it's
Because you.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, yeah, go on.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
go
yeah,
for it.
It's fine. Go on, yeah,
Oh.
go on.
I was gonna say like what you can do is like if you E her in, you can try and like move around her so her vault goes back towards your
back.
tower.
Yeah, I try to do that
like,
all the
but I
time.
don't know. I don't know if that's
No,
a lot harder to do in the high.
No, it's not that. It's not hard if you already pulled her. Just, I mean, it would be
Like,
funny
it's
as
just
well.
getting to that pull is the difficult part.
Yeah.
Hey, but
Like-
you're about to get anally fucked. Just saying.
Like, you pretty much have to just give up all CS, and like have like 30% of her CS, so that you can actually have the HP to all in her if you get a pull. Because like if you pull her and you're half HP, she's just gonna kill you with Ignite.
Sure.
Or even if you try to pull and you miss, then you're double fucked because you have no pressure.
Okay, like that's like a given. If you pull and
Yeah.
you miss, just like
The game is over. I mean, the fight is over for you.
the fight is over. Yeah. Like she probably like just chunk most of your HP and you have to go back where you just get fucking dove.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that everyone? Sure. All right. Let's go to question 4, which is. All right. So Rift Herald is supposed to be an objective to fight for in the top lane. It's supposed to.
Oh, what?
Supposed to.
Yikes.
But
Oh, what?
yeah. Very funny. Very funny.
What?
You mean lane swap?
But sometimes the jungler isn't there to do it with you. So is it a good thing to do alone, as Darius?
Like, look,
This is-
you're capable, but this is such a specific question. It's like game to game is different.
Yeah, I guess.
KB, can you leave?
Like,
Yeah.
Fucking Abe.
like, are you 10 kills above the enemy? Then yeah, sure, you can Rift Herald. But
Yeah,
like,
have you taken the tower plates that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
so you can
only
actually
a
one-shot it.
limited time to get.
like,
But in general, I would say if you're playing a champion that doesn't have teleport and you have time to do Rift Herald, that means you're giving up a lot of things. For example, a reset. It's not a given that you're able to recall at any point in the game, especially if you don't have teleport. So you have to be careful when you're choosing your resets. And taking Rift Herald takes a long time. I mean, you're barely gonna take damage, but what happens if the enemy jungler comes up, or the mid laner comes up, or the top laner comes up? It's
Yeah.
not really worth it in most cases.
and the worst part is like when you do camps, you usually tend to spam your abilities, so you won't have the mana to fight them anyway.
I feel
True.
I feel like Darius takes too long to take it on his own.
I mean, taking it isn't the problem.
No,
It's like,
I mean as in
if you get interrupted, you're just fucked.
him being a mana champion, he's gonna suffer by taking it
Man
alone.
immune Darius, dude.
I also think like
Of course, man. Of course.
there's like pressure around the map as well. Like you have to ensure your mids push. Like, you have to, because otherwise, like they just rotate up with the jungler and it's over.
No,
Yeah, like a lot of the objectives are just dependent on the better mid.
Instead of using Triforce, use Iceborne Gauntlet, get the mana and the sheet drop.
Yeah,
Just frozen heart.
Yeah.
That's how you
Yes,
can pull it.
I really need that tier, man. I really do.
Gotta right click on the enemy nexus, just destroy it, lol. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question, I guess. I guess this is another specific question. During laning phase, should you roam mid lane to potentially bag a kill?
Wait, you have Darius?
Okay, Another
No,
specific
let me
thing.
finish it for fuck's sake.
go on.
Should you roam to potentially kill mid and get your mid ahead and a little bit of yourself ahead, or stay in lane and increase whatever lead you have?
Like, it's important to like romanship, or like, it really depends on what you're up against and shit. Like, if you use your ghost and R to kill the mid laner, like even if that is possible, like, because if you roam, like it takes you like 10-15 seconds to walk all the way to mid. They're just pinging like crazy if they have brains, so the mid's probably never gonna fall for it. But let's just say they do. All right, the mid lane is Turkish or whatever.
That is really oddly specific, bro.
That's fucked, dude. Shut your ass up, man. What the fuck?
I'm just joking, by the way. They're great people. Kappa.
Allah will come for you.
Madness is a Gary game, okay?
But yeah, so look, let's say you use your R, you use your flash, like or ghost, like, and if you're up against like a bruiser, like a Renekton,
You're gonna
you can no
lose
longer
against-
fight him now
You're
without
gonna
those
lose
things.
against him for sure.
So like, it's all like really, really specific. Like I would say if the enemy fed LeBlanc, just destroyed your team and he has like a 500 gold bounty, then yeah, sure, just suicide killer. But
Yes, that's true.
I agree.
That's true. Fuck.
Yes.
So if you were actually playing a champion that could potentially roam, like like if you're playing Camille or Riven, for example, then yes, of course you can just go mid lane and
I'm
kill the mid lane
gonna
because you're actually
punch
able
you,
to dive.
man. I wish I could, man. If he was in range, I
However,
would
if
punch
you're
you.
if you're playing a champion like Darius, you have to walk all the way. Can you please just shut up already? It's not funny.
Strangle. I mean, no. In game. I mean.
Okay, so just because you're Darius, I mean, yeah, if somebody's hiding under turret and he's not fighting back, then you know you have options, like you can try to get the turret platings instead, or you can deep ward or try to find the enemy jungler instead. But ganking as Darius is not that great. Darius jungle is kind of garbage. Mid lane is a very short lane, so, and especially when you're playing on, what is it, red side? If you're playing on red side, you have a very hard time getting behind the enemy mid laner. So in general, it's just a very bad idea.
yeah, I would only like fully recommend roaming and shit. Like after you take down your own turret, and then like you just go to take other turrets, and you're strong enough to actually like just fight the enemy bot lane by yourself, or like shit like that.
Bro, we win. We have Allah on our side.
Of course. You're actually just a joke. Everything you say is a meme.
Wait, you're streaming this too, so we're gonna get 2 streams banned at once.
Nice.
Yikes.
Nice.
I think I hate roaming. I hate moving out of my lane because I need to. For me, I think getting the lead on Darius is the best thing possible. Just stay in. Yes, just stay in fucking lane. Maybe help out in the jungle. Maybe help out the jungle a little bit, just a tiny bit. Like if he's invading, sure, but roaming to mid lane for like wasting ghost and shit, nah, that's not good.
I feel like getting your jungler ahead. Like if let's say your jungler burnt flash bot and they're going blue side, and you have top prio, roaming to get like them ahead with ghost is so free.
Okay, yeah, that.
What can they do?
Yeah.
Or even like vision. Like for example, like one time I was playing a game and at roam time I just went to the enemy bot lane. I mean the enemy jungle buff, and I just warded it, and it ended up letting my jungle invade, and we ended up winning a 2v1. And even like getting vision.
But that's just that like vision. Yeah, that should be standard.
But like getting a deeper ward that you wouldn't usually get. Like usually people just ward like the little brush and they go back to lane. Like getting deep vision. Nice.
Actually, there is
Bro,
one
my
question.
asshole's getting tentacled, man. What is
Shut
this?
the fuck up, man.
Alright.
Alright, I have one question. Control wards, yes or no? Because I feel like sometimes it's a waste of gold.
You haven't bought any, have you?
No, I think I go
It
like
depends.
I think the last time I bought a control ward was like 40 games ago.
What's wrong with you?
Because why waste gold on
Like,
control wards when you
like,
can
it's not
put
like-
it into a longsword? I don't
It's
know.
vicious.
Like, I know it's kind of
fuck you.
fucked up to say this, but sometimes like, just you don't need wards. Just like if you can just guess where the enemy jungler is, then just like
I mean, don't get me wrong. I
Trinkets
still
and
use
all.
trinkets. It's just control wards where you spend gold to buy wards. I'm like, really?
Gary, if you do it again, I'ma fuck you.
Generally speaking, it's great to just like get a control ward and just like ward the enemy blue, or like just maybe just the I don't know what it's called, but it's like that little weird bush at the river.
Oh, the new
Like
one.
other side of Triforce.
The new one.
Not Triforce, Tribush.
Uh.
Like it's on the
The
other.
river, I mean.
Yeah,
if you're
the other side of
blue,
Tribush.
if you're blue side, is that what you mean?
I
Yeah,
think
the-
both sides
the bush
you
in
ward
the
there.
river from blue side.
Oh, okay.
So I think you should be buying controls every game. because denying vision is very important, but it's very important also to know when to set down a control ward, because if you put it down and you can't defend it, then you just wasted gold.
Oh yeah.
But if you can actually defend it, then not only will you deny vision, it will allow your jungler to actually be certain that there's no wards, so he doesn't waste time when he's ganking, for example. He has better ways of counter ganking. And even if you don't need the ward because you're so confident in 2v1ing the opponent, you can still put it in the pixel brush, like, the little brush in the river, so it
Yeah.
covers a flank of your mid lane. So you can actually help out your mid laner, or you get very deep vision with it too.
The
This is
And
like
then of course later on in the games you're gonna need control wards just for Baron or Dragon
Yeah.
fights, because if people walk into you, they're basically dead. So you can just camp in brushes that are not.
later on into the game, I just take sweeper.
the pixel brush would, I think it's kind of, I mean, yeah, it does help out. It does help out. That's true. It's just, it's something you can't defend, which is kind of,
I mean, it's very
affecting
valuable
you.
though.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
And like the whole thing of not wasting your control wards is also like important with like the normal yellow wards, because like, oh shit, the enemy jungler was like, it's clearly going bot, and there's like no point of warding then,
Sure.
like if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
Yes,
time
sir.
to drop Darius for Aatrox, KB. Not gonna lie.
Yikes.
Honestly, like, not gonna lie, very tempting to just drop Darius.
Yes.
Alright,
Anyone
let's
else
go
Oh,
have
Vayne
a-
mains.
Yeah, let's go Vayne mains, dude.
Oh god.
Ew.
There is no forgiveness for turning into a Vayne main. I have to admit.
Somebody in my chat earlier was saying that they main Vayne. top.
Did you flame them like you're supposed to?
Dispose of
Did you find him? Did you find where he lives?
They were like converted ADC main, and they were like, I'm playing top now. I'm playing Vayne, Quinn. I was just like, what the?
No, there's something
Oh,
wrong.
Jesus.
I think there's
Kill it.
something wrong rotting in their Maybe I,
I mean,
shouldn't
like,
say that.
let's just keep in mind that Darius is also cancer to fight. So like,
Conditionally.
If you have
I
no
would
brain
say-
cells
I would
like
say
me.
he's not cancer, but he's just boring, because either he beats you without you being able to do anything, or you beat him because he isn't able to read. It's
Yeah.
just it's just boring to play against him, and it's boring to play as Darius, because that's like how all the lanes go. Either you zone them or they zone you. And then sometimes people will actually coin flip and try to fight you, and then one of you is gonna die, and then the lane's pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions or not?
Yeah, you ran to the question.
What do you
right?
think is the most annoying enemy jungler to have?
Probably Evelyn.
Like,
Probably Evelyn.
Graves.
To have or to
No,
play
to
against?
play against or to have. Oh.
Graves at the moment. I hate. I don't know.
Graves is
Yeah,
quite
I think
OP.
MVP junglers is shitty. If you don't have any engage in your team, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing against Evelyn is also cancer.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, Evelyn in solo queue is like kind of fucked. Like, for me, it's like I don't have any specific junglers I hate, but like specific things I hate when they happen. Like if I'm up against a Renekton, then like the worst thing is to be like up against Nidalee or like Elise, because
Yeah.
a point and click stun is just gonna fuck your shit up, and they just freeland their things.
Or do one
But,
shot
like,
you.
But like overall, I would say like the Grave is way too fucking broken in this meta. But like the one that I personally find kind of just annoying to fight, not too annoying to fight, but like just annoying to have in the game is Fiddlesticks.
Yeah. It's just 'cause his ult. I found his ult cooldown just gets insanely low.
Yeah. It's like late game he can do every like 20-30 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck? You just used that.
He has like three forms of CC, and as Darius, it's like, wait, what kind
And
of?
also, like his ward copies just scare me every fucking time.
They randomly flash.
I guess-
Yeah, they just flash. I'm like,
And they randomly
Fiddlesticks
flash.
flash.
I guess
Wait,
that's
wait.
the whole point, isn't it? They need to spook you, I guess.
It gave me the spook. And of course, like, this is probably the universal most hated thing, but funnel, obviously.
Oh
Terran.
my god.
Yeah, that shit's 8.
When it pops off, it's just.
Fucking Silence is back, which is bullshit.
I hate Silence. Playing.
watching the Thorn is funny, man.
Yeah.
Alright, is that it?
Now I have a question.
Alright.
Triforce or Black Cleaver?
Depends.
Oh, here we go.
No. Listen. A
This
lot
is
of
where the
people.
fun begins.
I mean, honestly, it does depend, but a lot of people are just gonna side with Trinity Force.
Yeah, try better.
Like,
Oh,
I say it's like a preference thing for me because I
use
just
both.
can't live without Sheen. Look,
I use both depending on.
I like
Shut
that.
up.
I'm at the attack
whatever
speed.
they
Don't-
buy both because I'm good.
why the fuck, bro?
What's the fucking
Um,
meat, man?
Yeah, dude, it's like that. Okay, never mind. If I quote it, but it's like on the subreddit, someone made like the meme with the not Shrek, Hulk,
Oh.
where it's like Bruce Banner's Triforce, Hulk is like Cleaver, and what's between is just getting both. But yeah, I hate having not enough mana for anything, so Triforce for me always. But like, basically, like Cleaver is not really a bad option at all when you're getting shit on, when you don't have the money for Triforce,
Really?
or like if you just get somehow shit on by like an Orn or something, then just Cleaver
Yeah.
is vital.
Would you ever say like Cleaver into Blade? Or not?
Never.
Never.
Dude, Blade's just not good.
Like,
If,
sometimes
if,
when
you're,
I'm back,
if you're playing against Cho'Gath top lane going tank and like Sion mid lane or something, then
Cho'Gath, Sion, Sejuani, fucking just full HP team.
Yeah.
I think
dream.
Bork Rush is definitely not. I mean, no,
No.
there's no way to like make Bork like
You just
perfect because if you buy it too early, you don't have any HP. If you buy it too late, you're kind of wasting gold, aren't you?
yeah, I mean, in theory it sounds good, but it's a rush item. Like you have to buy
Yeah,
it first.
it's 100%.
The funny thing
rush.
is, like, yeah, it is a rush item because, like, once people get resistances, the percentage damage is like actually, it doesn't scale as well into late
No.
game as it's designed to
I
be.
think that's completely placebo because Darius has armor penetration everywhere. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like
Oh, yeah, what makes it sound good on Darius in theory, like because he's got armor penetration, you know, it would make the percentage damage even better on him. Because that's the only thing he gets really countered by, you know. He pierces the armor, he has flat true damage, but he has nothing against flat HP.
But yeah,
Wait, if you just build Cleaver, you know, Wit's End, and fucking all that shit, then you just have 100% armor pen, dude. True damage.
yes, bro.
don't remember.
Nailed
Don't forget Lord Dominic's.
Yes.
Lord Dominic, build them both.
Yes, build Lord.
Korean build, the freaking
No.
Oh,
Oh,
some Korean Darius into game and it somehow wins it. Korean Darius, Sonya's our class.
At this point, you could just build full lethality.
Yes, go
Like,
lethality. It
the
makes
new
sense,
Darius video
bro.
comes out,
Yeah.
new Darius Korean build, 100% wound rate, and then the fucking emoji or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Insane build.
Let me just pull up some Glacier thumbnails for this shit.
No.
That's Darius, NA.
All right. I guess it's time to go to the very last question. It's the most famous one. Who is the best Darius EU West?
Look, I know everyone's supposed to say this, but it's definitely Sir Obliterator.
Yes, it
The
is
best
me. I'm
Darius
just
in the
being
US.
held back by my team. Come on, think
The
about
best
it.
Darius in the universe.
Oh my god.
I can't say it with a straight face, man.
Yeah, the best Darius in the multiverse. He gets called up to the tournament of power, like in Dragon Ball, to represent Earth.
Well, Defeatable is saying Rangers. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it's like either Izeel or Rangers.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, okay. We have like, I think there are like 3 Darius mains in China.
They also-
Well, actually no, Rangers decayed because he stopped playing League. But we have Stop Speaking, which I think is Kerberos, if I'm not
Wait,
mistaken.
who's,
I think he's like British. top laner.
Juzoros Rex.
Oh yeah, Juzoros
British?
too. And then we have K-Corp
He's-
Adam.
Oh, Adam
or
still
Adam
plays
Felix
Darius?
or whatever. Well, he sometimes plays Darius.
Like, I thought he just went to Olaf and he went pro.
Well, no, he always played like 5 different champions, I think. But yeah, he's a very good player, but he like is very coin flippy. He really likes to in, so I wouldn't say he's the
Hey.
best. I haven't seen Stop Speaking play. Then of course we've got Rangers. Who,
I mean,
because
I've
he's
just-
played
yeah.
games. It's very easy to say that he's very good because I think he was the highest Elo Darius player on ES2 actually streamed. And
Sure.
but like I think he was so good because he always knew what he had to do. Like it wasn't necessarily because he was playing Darius, but just because he's a very good player in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think like just the best Darius in my opinion, like ever, is I never be Carry C from Korea. If you guys know, like, I don't even know if he plays right now, but
I think you've sent me his.
yeah, like consistently like high low in Korea, where it's like the region of less mistakes.
Yeah.
The sweatbox of the regions.
Yes.
I just noticed like that the movement is just flawless.
Yeah,
Like,
but like
It's so, yeah. Wait,
their laning is crazy, but then their macros like worse.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mad.
Okay.
Best Darius server is M4A1 and can bring the return. Yeah, but M4A1, like, what account is he even playing on? Like,
Also,
Okay,
he's not EOS.
like
that's-
no, M4A1 is like the same, like a high level Darius man in Korea. I think he's Chinese, but like, ever since those videos were made on him, like best Darius #1, like, I just couldn't find any accounts of him. Like, yeah. So it's like of course there's like a fall off period of like, oh, if you were like the best thing ever like 5 years ago, then you're no longer the best thing.
I guess this wouldn't be a Darius podcast without mentioning the pros and cons of Hex Flash.
Oh my god.
Come on,
X-Flash
man.
can rise up.
Why,
We
bro?
need him when we need him, man.
Where is the he's online too.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah, he's in fucking chat spamming that shit.
So,
It could be viable if you could use Nimbus Cloak and Hex Flash at the same time, but then you would give up
Oh,
Conqueror,
damn.
and if you're giving up Conqueror, it's not optimal.
Wait, wouldn't Nimbus Cloak like wouldn't even work because Hex Flash has no cooldown, right?
the whole point,
Yeah, it
the
works.
whole point
That
is,
supports abusing it.
the whole point is to, it's abusing, it's using Unsealed Spellbook, and I think it's Precision second, so I
Oof.
guess you can't.
Unseal Spellbook Darius, dude.
But I don't. I think it's 2/5 head for me, so I don't use it.
2-5 head for you.
The Unseal Spellbook rune page, I don't know. There's a lot more to it, and I don't know about it, so I'm not gonna use it. It's not damage, so I'm not gonna take it. All right.
That's the obliterator where if it's not AD, he don't take it.
Yes.
We need to bring back the Disco Darius, Obi. We need to bring
Yeah,
back
the disco Darius.
Potentially,
Malicious.
potentially. Well, I'll think about it. All right.
the fact that
So
he goes
No, don't
cleanse.
think about it. Just do it.
yeah, just do. Yeah,
A bit of
just do it. All right. That is the podcast from me. From everyone here. About 9 people, I think.
And good night.
Someone's getting caught.